Hello everyone, my name is John. Today I'll tell you how to set up integration for transferring new leads from Webflow to the eSputnik SMS mailing service. This is necessary to automatically transfer new leads from Webflow to other systems. For example, through the eSputnik SMS mailing service you can send SMS messages to leads from Webflow. Now let's move on to the setup. First, you need to create a new connection. Next, select the data source system, Webflow. Now, select the action, Get Form Data. At this stage you need to connect your Webflow account to the ApiX-Drive service. In this window you must specify the login and password of your Webflow personal account. At this stage we provide ApiX-Drive access to your workspace Webflow. When the connected login appears in the list of active accounts, select it and click Continue. At this stage, we select the website from which we will receive new leads. At this stage you can set up a data filter. In this case there is no need for this, so we also click Continue. At this point you should see data for one of your Webflow leads. If there is no data at this stage, you need to fill out a form on the Webflow website. To do this, go to your Webflow personal account. When the form on the site is completed, we return to the ApiX-Drive system and continue configuration. When the Webflow lead is displayed at this stage, click Continue. At this point, setting up the Webflow data source has been successfully completed. Now you need to move on to setting up the data destination. Select the system eSputnik. Next, select an action, Send SMS. At this stage you need to connect your eSputnik account to the ApiX-Drive system. In this window you must specify the login and password of your eSputnik personal account. When the required fields are filled in, click Continue. When the connected login appears in the list of active accounts, select it and click Continue. At this stage you see eSputnik fields for sending SMS messages. First you need to select Sender. He must be previously registered in his eSputnik personal account. In the recipient field, you need to specify a variable from Webflow that contains the phone number. In order to do this, click in the field and select a variable from the drop-down list. In the message field you can enter the text of the message that will be sent to each new lead from Webflow. Please note that you can use not only variables, but also enter values manually. When all required fields are filled in, click Continue. At this stage you see an example of an SMS message that will be sent via the eSputnik service to each new lead from Webflow. If you are not satisfied with something, click Edit and go back a step. In order to check the correctness of the settings, click Send Test Data to eSputnik. After successful sending, go to eSputnik and check the result. If you are satisfied with everything, return to the ApiX-Drive service and continue setting up. At this point, setting up eSputnik as a data destination has been successfully completed. Now you need to enable auto-update and select an update interval, for example, once every 5 minutes. That's all. I wish you successful integration settings and good luck.